as the story goes, I think I was 11 years old, and one of his teams in his league, the guy couldn't play that year, so they were scrambling to find somebody. I think I was 11, and they asked me to join their league, and that is when my education started. Hey, fantasy footballers, it's Jeff from the Infirmary Report. I'm out here again in the beautiful California outdoors. I'm here today with my pop, Jim, who I've been in the same fantasy football league with for just over 30 years. Since it's been, 30 years since you started playing fantasy football, how has it evolved over the years with the computers and whatnot, and what's the biggest changes that you've noticed?
Well, probably the biggest change I noticed was we used to have to wait till Monday morning to get the scores from the newspaper.
Yeah.
And we had a set of rules of how many points you'd get for a touchdown, 10 yards to 20 yards, and 20 yards to 50 yards. And the kicker from so many yards out, you'd get points. And there was always discrepancy between the teams that say that, hey, you added it up wrong. So then we appointed somebody a commissioner. And that took place. It used to be, everybody was on their own type of thing. But the commissioner took over, and he added the scores up for you. You could always contest it, which we did frequently on a Monday.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the computer thing and getting on the fantasy leagues, Yahoo, ESPN, whatever, has helped immensely. I mean, you can
now,
kick back.
hey, why you holding that mic? That shit don't work. It's broken.
Oh.
Go ahead and put it down unless you want to hold it. There you go. Hey, now with computers and whatnot, have you found it kind of hard at your advanced age to catch on to the computers, and whatnot?
Well, first of all, I'm not at an advanced stage, but I appreciate.
Well, that's debatable.
Boy, that is, I guess. But I feel like a spry chicken.
You do?
Yes, But what was the question again?
Oh shit! Do you see? That's that Alzheimer's. You already forgot the question. Let's move on.
60s and 70s messed me up a little bit.
All right. Well, let's move on. I don't want to get hung up on one question.
No, please don't.
Well, listen. Who? The football season's coming up.
Yes.
Who are you going to draft?
I'd say Jamal Charles.
Jamal Charles?
Yes.
I think that's probably a popular choice. Are you
back.
Adrian Peterson coming off a year where he didn't play? Does that kind of scare you off of him a little bit? Want to see what he did in the preseason?
A little bit, yeah. There's a lot of young people out there.
Well, who's your nose going to draft?
My nose is drafting air right now. Boy, it's a little large, but hey, you have an advantage in a closed-up room with a bunch of people like yourself with a little bitty nose. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I got a funny story about Pot. He used to draft Lewis Lips.
Yes.
A long time ago, Steeler receiver. He used to draft Lewis Lips every single year. It didn't matter if he was coming off a down season or...
Which the majority was.
Which was often. He had a couple, like, boomers, right? But
yes.
So you're kind of like the old yeller of fantasy football. You're real loyal.
That's pretty true.
Yeah,
I stick with the old names.
Even if they haven't produced in 10 years. If they were good to you 10 years ago, you would draft them.
Well, I stayed with my wife, your mother, didn't I? That's 48 years worth.
Yeah, that's true. Well, but Lewis Lips, I just remember you drafting him every single year.
Well, can I throw something in there?
Sure.
The reason I drafted Lewis Lips, at one point in our league, somebody thought it up. I think because of Dan Marino.
Yeah.
I think was the guy that did it. He was a rookie, and nobody drafted him. And then we said, okay, from now on, everybody gets to draft the rookie. That's one of your picks. Be it the first, last, whatever.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, Lewis Lips I thought was a good prospect. Plus, I liked his name a lot.
Well,
yeah,
his name's a lot better than his game. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good boy. Yeah. It's good. I like it.
Now, what would be, fantasy footballs for all ages? Clearly.
Here we go.
What would be some advice that you would give to some of the older gentlemen that play fantasy football? Would it be to stay up on the waiver wire, just grind at it every single when you're dropping a deuce in the morning, pull up your phone, go over your lineup?
Always. Yeah.
Okay, so just grind it every single day.
Well, you got to stay on top of it.
Well, you're retired. You can do that.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Yes, I can. I did it when I wasn't retired, like you said, when you're dropping a deuce.
Yeah.
Or, the wife's
Well,
gone to bed. You say,
right.
I'll be there in a few minutes. You can
I think
crack
you're
out some
speaking
stuff.
to a lot of fantasy footballers.
Well, yeah.
Myself included.
Yeah.
I got one last question, Pop.
Sure.
Who has won the last 2 years in our league?
Well, he was taught by the champ.
Yeah? Do you remember? You don't remember that one either?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Yeah, that'd be you.
It'd be me. Last couple years. Yeah.
Last couple years.
Does
Football,
that burn? Does it burn?
baseball, NASCAR.
Does it burn a little? It stings a little bit. I could.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
But I made you, so
Uh-huh.
I'm happy
Cool.
somewhat.
Hey, you gonna watch the new YouTube show this year, the Nickel Price show?
Absolutely.
All
Yeah.
right.
I
All
caught
right.
a glimpse of it, enjoyed it, and go to them for
All right.
some advice.
Good
It's
luck
fun.
this year, Pop.
All right, son.
All right.
Take care. Love you.